ಸಮಸ್ತ ನಾಡಿನ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಆರಾಧ್ಯ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾನು ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್? Flower is an important organ found in the angiosperms. What do you mean by angiosperms? Angiosperms are the plants which produces flowers. Now I am discussing about the flower and its parts. Do you know history of the flower? Flowers were important since our history because roses were invented by Babar to our country. Flowers are used in aesthetic purpose, such as to facilitate our love about anyone. Therefore, flowers are of great importance in our use. Flower is only produced by the plant group which is known as angiosperms. Flower is which is the important group which is only flower producing angiosperms. Now we talk about the different parts of flower. Only what is a flower? Flower is a reproductive organ. What is a flower? Flower is a reproductive organ found in the plants which helps in the reproduction. What do you mean by reproduction? Reproduction is a process in which the same kinds are produced. There are various types of reproduction, as you already know. There are sexual reproduction or asexual reproduction. Whether in plants it takes sexual reproduction. Here pollen grains and ovary holes are produced. Sexual reproduction will take place in the angiosperms. Various parts of flower. Mainly, flower consists of two parts: pistil, stamen. What do you mean by pistil? Students, pistil is nothing but female reproductive part, whereas stamen is nothing but male reproductive part. Pistil consists of different units in it, mainly ovary, ovule, style, and stigma. Whereas stamen consists of two units: anther, filaments. Clear? There are two reproductive structures found in the plants, mainly pistil and stamen. Students, what do you mean by pistil? Pistil is nothing but ovary, ovule, style, stigma are collectively together called as pistil. It is a female reproductive organ found in the flowers. Whereas stamen is a male reproductive organ found in the flower. Stamen consists of anther and filament. We tell about female reproductive system. Female reproductive system. First part is ovary. Ovary is the important organ found in the plants. This is ovary. What do you mean by ovary? Ovary is a bulge pistil part, which is found in the base of the flower. Ovary consists of ovules. What ovary consists of? Ovules. Ovules after fertilization were converted into seeds. What ovules after fertilization converted into seeds, whereas ovary after fertilization converted into fruit. Now you are clear about these terms. Ovules after fertilization converted into seeds. Ovary after fertilization were converted into fruit. Ovary, the important organ, style. Style is connecting link between the ovary and the stamen, which is very important in the case of pollination. Do you know, all the students know what is pollination? Transfer of pollen grains from anthers to stigma. Whereas this style plays very important role in transfer of pollen grains from stigma to ovary. Pollen tube development takes place in style, which is a very important part. Style. After style, the important part is stigma. This is the stigma region. This is the uppermost region of the flower, stigma. stigma. It is found in the center of the flower, which is uppermost at the flower. Stigma. It consists of waxy layer, which helps in the attachment of the pollen grains to the stigma, which stigma attracts the pollen grains from the air. The air is the air is the carrier of the pollen grain. These are the pollen grains, which are the stigma attracts the pollen grains towards its side. The stigma is waxy in the sense it is sticky in nature, which stick onto the pollen grains, stick onto the stigma, and here pollen tube formation take place. I will explain on this side. Consider this as your stigma. Stigma. It consists of wax. Wax helps in stickiness, as the pollen grains are attached to the stigma on the upper surface of the stigma. Here is stigma helps in attachment of pollen grains. Here and after pollen tube is formed. Do you understand what is the importance of this style? Style helps in the formation of pollen tube. Stigma helps in attachment of the pollen grains, and it attacks the pollen grains from the air and attaches to the stigma. It is the importance of the stigma. About male reproductive system. As I said earlier, this is called as, it consists of anther and this is filament. Now as I said earlier, anther and filament together called as stamen. Male reproductive organ. What are consists of stamen? Anther and filament. Now first is talked about anther. What is anther? Anther is bilobed, found in the upper position of the plants, which consists of pollen grains in it. Anther consists of, consider this as anther, in which there are two lobes. They are known as thecae. These two lobes are known as thecae. Thecae consists of microsporangia in it. There are two microsporangia in each lobe. There are totally 4 microsporangia in the anther. These two are called as thecae. These are two components of the anther. Do you understand? These are two components of anther as called as thecae. Each thecae consists of 2 microsporangia. Microsporangia helps in the formation of pollen grains. These 2 microsporangia is collectively called as locule. These 2 microsporangia is collectively called as locule. Now you understood about anther. Anther is a very important point which helps in the formation of pollen grains. Now explain about filament. Filament is a thread-like structure. It's a thread-like structure which helps in attachment of the base of the flower to upper portion, that is anther. This is filament. What is the purpose of filament? Filament helps in attachment of the base of the flower to the anthers. It is the connecting region between these two, anthers and base of flower. Anthers helps in formation of pollen grains. Filaments helps in attachment. So filaments also helps in carrying of nutrients to anther. Filament is a thread-like structure which helps in the transportation of the nutrients. This is a basal part. You consider this as a basal part. Here is your filament and this is anther. Here pollen grains were formed. What is formed inside anther? Pollen grains. As how you are growing, you require your nutrients. In the same way, pollen grains also require nutrients for its developments. Here is the filament is the structure. Filament is the structure which helps in the carrying of the nutrients from the basal part to the anther. Therefore, pollinates are formed easily. Without transport of the nutrients to the anther, these pollinates are not formed easily. Therefore, filaments are also helps in transportation of nutrients. Your petal. Petal is very attractive in nature due to its color. Therefore, insects and any other animals were attracted by flowers due to its color. This is petal, your petal. Petal is very attractive in nature. It helps in attraction of animals. Petal is helps in attraction. Whereas next we move on to sepals. These are your sepals. Don't confuse students. These are your petals. Then this is your sepal. Understand it clearly? This is your sepal. Sepal is a green part, which is green in color. Now I'll explain here. Consider this as your sepal. Sepal is a green part of this flower. It helps in production of the flower. When the buds are there, when the flower is in immature stage, the flowers are not blossomed. In this condition, these two structures, green structures, will help in production of this. These petals were protected by sepals, which is green part, which is protective nature. Now I understood. I clearly said about different parts of flower. Points. It is very interesting. Which is the biggest flower? The biggest flower is Rafflesia arnoldii, which gives Rafflesia arnoldii is about 3 feet, which is the biggest flower. Smallest. The smallest is the Wulffia. Students, it's clear here. Rafflesia arnoldii, which is 3 feet in height, which is the biggest flower found in the earth, whereas Wulffia is the smallest flower, which is as small as the grain size. Which is as small as the grain size. Consider this as your rice grain, which is as small as the rice grain size. Whereas Rafflesia arnoldii is very biggest flower found in the earth, which is 3 feet. My video patiently. This is about the different parts of flower. In the next lecture, I will